Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, MSC Cruises is in the news as they have two milestones for their next two upcoming ships that look absolutely amazing actually. We also have a story about something that's going to be on those ships that a lot of people are saying will be absolutely terrifying. We have Carnival Cruise Line putting something up for sale. That's right, they're selling something. And then we also have Santa Barbra is limiting cruise ships. And let's go into a little bit of explanation along their thinking. So they just had the steel cutting ceremony for MSC's World Asia, which is set to debut in a couple of years. But they also had the float out of MSC World America, which is coming in April of 2025. It finally had its float out ceremony and they're finishing it off. This is another large ship, over 6,000 passengers will be available on board. They will be having the district zones, much like you will see on the large Carnival ships, the Mardi Gras, like the Oasis class ships and the new Icon class ships. They will all have their distinct districts. They're going to have things like bumper cars and lots of water slides, as they're well known for. And also MSC still has some of those offers that make cruising with them very attractive still, which is they will status match people. For instance, if you're an elite member with Princess Cruise Lines, if you send your information to them, even if it's your very first cruise with MSC, you reach their highest status. They consider you elite on their cruise lines as well. And they often have very interesting deals like kids sail free and things like that. Their bookings are a little odd, the way they do their refreshment packages. And if you want this cabin, you have to book this kind of refreshment kind of package deal. And it can get very complicated, but their ships are often priced quite reasonable compared to the other major cruise lines, and they are stepping up in a big way in North America, especially with World America coming next year. They're planning to do their naming ceremony around April 9th of next year, also in Miami, and guess what? That just happens to be the largest cruise terminal in the world. So the World America will be at the largest cruise ship terminal in the world, and possibly again by then Miami would be the #1 cruise port in the world, as them and Orlando keep flip-flopping as they add more and more ships to each other's destinations. One item that they are looking at putting on this ship, it's if you're afraid of heights and you get nervous and things like that, you avoid those rope courses and things on cruise ships. Well, they're going to have a new ride on there, and it's called the Cliffhanger. And the Cliffhanger is a swing that will swing out from one of the top decks over the ocean. And yeah, if you're a nervous person and get motion sickness, it could be a little terrifying, but hey, I'm a thrill ride guy myself. I love the theme parks, and I think I would definitely try this. So big things coming from MSC in the future. I'm planning a trip on MSC later on this fall again, and I also can't wait. Maybe I'm going to take a trip down for that naming ceremony as well. Looking forward to that next April. Carnival Cruise Line is for sale. Well, at least part of it is. Their land portion in Miami, their 300,000 square foot office space is being sold. They just put it on the market, as the Miami market right now in real estate is booming, and they're looking to cash in on this big boom in property. They're saying they're looking also to downsize that location slightly. But 300,000 square foot prime real estate office space in Miami is gone through the roof. And Carnival is, no, they're going to cash in on it, put their headquarters up for sale, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully everybody's job that's at the Carnival headquarters will be able to be moved to someplace else. Fingers crossed that nobody has to lose their job over this announcement. Next, we have a story about Santa Barbara City Council just voting to limit cruise ships and put more environmental controls on it. But before I get there, let me just invite you to hit that subscribe button if you want to keep up to date with everything going on in cruising, from the new ships cruising online to the destinations to the upcoming hurricanes and what you need to know about that hurricane season, to the ship deals, to everything cruising. We'll keep you up to date as best we can, try and entertain you in the meantime, keep you lighthearted, and maybe just save you a little bit of hassle and a little bit of money on your next cruise. I hope you'll join us. When you hit that subscribe and the like button, make comments, it really does help the channel, and I really do appreciate it. Okay, the City Council in Santa Barbara have voted to limit cruise ships to 20 ship visits a year. Now, the normal amount is anywhere from 15 visits to 30 visits. Last year in 2023, they had 22 cruise ship visits. So if you're thinking that it's just going to limit it 2 ships to 10 ships is half the visits, right? Almost 30% of the visits from cruise ships. The businesses there say that the economy that the cruise ships bring in is about 3 to 5 million directly for the local economy, the local businesses that are there. City Council says they have to really look after the environment, and it's whenever they make decisions on cruise ships, it's always the environment. It's never about finances. It's never about anything other than environment, right? So that's the first key that they always hit. Now, the mayor was one of the city councils who voted against this, and stating that he thinks that the new rules are too stringent and will actually cause Santa Barbara City themselves more money because of all the paperwork and more staff and things that they're going to need to implement these things that they want to implement. In other words, more bureaucracy to get things done. But the final decision came out, and they said that City Council came out with a statement, and they said they understand that the economic benefits of the cruise ships bring, but in reality, we have a bigger issue, the environment. We really need to focus on how to bring businesses here and how to keep them. And that's a good first step, by stopping a business from coming to your city. We want to get businesses here and keep them here. Meanwhile, we're pushing out a business that actually might bring other businesses here, like hotels and tourism, etc. You get the irony, right? You get the irony of this. Anyway, leave a comment down below. What do you guys think? Would you go on that slide on MSC's World America? And I imagine it'll be on World Asia as well. But would you go on a swing out over the ocean like that? Wouldn't you be afraid to just go whoop and end up in the water? Oh my God. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.